Can we develop a wrong mindset with regards to the area of self-defense? Absolutely. In this video, I want to share with you what that wrong mindset is. Stick around. Oftentimes, it's between the two parallels of extremes that you find the truth. In the world of self-defense, combatives, self-protection, there are two extremes of wrong thinking. One extreme is to have no awareness whatsoever and to call everything to do with self-defense paranoia. That is an extreme. It's sticking your head in the sand and ignoring the way the world really is. That's the wrong mindset. But in this video, I want to confront the other extreme, and that is a hyper awareness that leads to negative energy. So before you click off the video, yes, I've told you what personality you need to avoid, but now I need to tell you what that looks like. And in this video, I'll give you 3 examples. I usually like to provide 3 of everything when I make a video, and I'll give you 3 examples of how this personality plays out in the real world. A lot of people out there have become so keyed up in the area of self-defense, it's almost as if they walk around with a certain energy to where it's almost like they want something to happen. I know that seems crazy, but that's the energy they put off. The first example I want to share with you is something that I've shared in other videos. You may or may not have seen that or heard this story, but I'll just title point number 1, the guy at the gas station. One day I was out and I stopped at a gas station, and all I did was get out of my car and pump gas. I wasn't doing anything strange. It was just a normal day of pumping gas. I know sometimes I can draw attention with the way that I look, the bald head, the goatee, the way I carry myself, but I wasn't doing anything strange. And there was this guy in the parking lot. Now this dude was like strapped open carry. He was walking around open carry. He had like tack pants on. He had like combat boots, a black button-up shirt tucked in. This dude had some serious mall cop energy going on. And he had a bald head and a goatee just like me. But this dude was watching me like a hawk, to the point to where I felt uncomfortable. He wasn't just doing it to me. He was watching everybody. Like, it was like he had this mindset, I dare one of y'all to pop off and do something out here. I dare you. He was just that guy, man, that was hyper focused on everything, to the point to where he even made me uncomfortable. He literally had this energy that says, I'm the security guard of the streets. You get like this, you go from being a help to society to being a menace to society. I mean, you don't want to make people uncomfortable with your sense of situational awareness. People have fantasies about being the hero and taking out the bad guy, but it's just not necessary to carry ourselves that way. The second example I want to give you is the guy who always brags about his level of situational awareness. He's always got to brag to everybody about how prepared he is and how aware and how watchful he is. I will admit, when I went through my transition into this world, I was probably guilty of some of that, but it didn't take me long to realize how silly and unnecessary it was. We don't have to work so hard to go out of our way to let people know why we're sitting in a chair that faces the door. Again, it's an honorable thing to take ownership in life and being a sheepdog, but we don't want to be boastful or cheesy about it. Third example is the guy who has an overestimation of his abilities and skill set. He's so sure of his ability to take out the perpetrator, so sure of their abilities to dispatch with close combat. In reality, we don't ever want to be in these situations. Number one, we're not guaranteed to be successful, no matter how much time we spend shooting, no matter how much time we spend on the range, even shooting moving targets, no matter how many knife drills we do, no matter how much we spar, wrestle, fight with fellow team members, we just are not guaranteed success in any given situation. So there is a parallel of extremes. There's the person who's ignoring the issue altogether, calling everything paranoia. And then there's the person who's hyper aware, hyper tactical, hyper defensive. The sweet spot that sits in the middle of all of this goes back to the color codes in the whole situational awareness chart: white, yellow, orange, red. Maybe you're familiar with those. I won't go into it in this video. But basically, the color yellow is somebody who is at peace, who is aware of the world, and who has prepared. They've prepared themselves the best they know how for life's happenings. They train to get better, but they don't overestimate their abilities. And it's ultimately coming to the place where we understand that being able to protect ourselves, protect our loved ones, protect our neighbor is a service that we offer to humanity. It's not a way for us to get a big head and level up over others. Truth be known, you've got a lot of guys who probably can't fight. They probably just can't fight when it all comes down to it. But this tactical sheepdog mindset and the gun they carry and the knife they have on their side has inflated their ego just because they're tuned into these things and because they're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy to develop an ego that's rooted in insecurity. And this is the mindset we want to avoid in the area of self-defense and preparation. Thanks for watching. Take care.